From intense wildlife encounters to unforgettable moments of human history, these rare images on vintage shots will deeply engage your historical curiosity. Look closely at these two faces. Living in separate cells, they managed to welcoming a new life without ever meeting. Using an improvised tube made of bedding and medical tools through a vent, a medical miracle happened. Against all odds, a healthy baby was born. This split image shows 14-year-old Andrew Gosden. In 2007, the quiet, highly intelligent boy bought a one-way ticket to London. This CCTV frame at King's Cross Station is the last time anyone saw him. Next to it is a digital prediction of how he might look today. This is Susan Atkins, captured during a major legal turning point. After initially cooperating, she changed her testimony to remain loyal to the Manson group. Walking past officials, she completely ignored a potentially lighter sentence, choosing a highly unusual path in court. This rare archival photograph captures a police lineup in Murray, Utah. Standing among other citizens, a key suspect is being observed by investigators behind the glass. This moment represents a crucial step in a massive historical investigation, where identifying the right face changed everything. In 1979, 6-year-old Aton Patz disappeared on his way to a New York City bus stop. This case changed history, as he became the first missing child ever featured on a milk carton. This image represents a historic shift in how communities looked out for each other. This vintage photograph reveals an early version of Ronald McDonald, the famous fast food mascot. In its initial design, the makeup and costume carried a very different style compared to today. Seeing this historical look, it's fascinating to observe how corporate branding and imagery evolved over the decades. This is 19-year-old Jason Jolkowski. On June 13, 2001, he set out for a short walk to a local high school, but never arrived. Despite a massive historical investigation, officials found absolutely no clues or traces. His sudden disappearance remains one of the most puzzling mysteries of the era. This image shows Tammy Lynn Leppard, a young actress who played a minor distraction role in the classic movie Scarface. Shortly after filming, at just 18 years old, she vanished from the public eye. Her sudden departure remains one of Hollywood's most enduring and mysterious unsolved stories. In 1984, a unique group in Oregon attempted to control a local election. By spreading bacteria on food and door handles, they caused widespread illness across the town. Their goal was to keep residents away from the polls, allowing the organization to win votes and gain political control. This archive image captures 18-year-old Natalie Holloway during a vacation in Aruba on May 30, 2005. Seen wearing a green top on the left, this photograph is the last recorded moment of her at a local venue. Following this recorded interaction, her sudden absence from the vessel became a major and unresolved maritime mystery. This archival photo shows 14-year-old Stacey Aris during a horseback riding trip at Yosemite National Park on July 25, 1981. Accompanied by her father and a group, she embarked on a scenic route. Later, the only physical item recovered was a camera lens cap, leaving a permanent historical enigma. Deep underground, this photograph captures a unique stone basin inside an ancient catacomb. Water continuously drips from the ceiling, collecting slowly in the center of this historical structure. Surrounded by centuries-old architecture, this quiet chamber represents a unique glimpse into the engineering of the past. This split image shows Rebecca Corium, a crew member on a Disney cruise ship in 2011. The security camera frame captures her last known moment, engaged in an intense phone call on deck. Following this recorded interaction, her sudden absence from the vessel became a major and unresolved maritime mystery. This elegant portrait from 1910 shows 25-year-old Dorothy Arnold, a wealthy heiress of high society. While walking on Fifth Avenue in broad daylight, she suddenly stepped out of the public eye. With no clues ever found, her story remains one of America's oldest and most puzzling historical mysteries. On August 2, 1989, The Jack family from Prince George, British Columbia, departed on an unexpected journey. Ronald Jack, his wife Doreen, and their 2 young boys were last seen inside a vehicle along Canada's Highway 16, a route deeply remembered in regional history. This striking photograph from the 1940s captures a vintage stage performance. A skilled artist demonstrates incredible precision in front of a live audience. Standing nearby, a young assistant participates in this classic variety show, highlighting the intense focus and unique entertainment styles of the past. This unusual historical photograph from 1942 shows a special protective mask designed for American children during World War II. Styled after the famous Mickey Mouse character, this unique equipment aimed to make safety measures look friendly to youth during intense historical eras. This classic 1922 photograph captures actor Max Schreck resting behind the scenes of the legendary silent film Nosferatu. Wearing his full theatrical makeup and long character claws, he relaxes on a bench. It offers a rare glimpse into the early days of cinema history and dramatic transformation art. This archival photograph captures a formal legal proceeding inside a county facility. An official reads an indictment document aloud, while a key suspect stands nearby, listening to the charges. Surrounded by law enforcement officers, this image documents a significant moment in historical court procedures. This rare archival image from World War I captures a group of soldiers participating in an impromptu performance during a temporary break from the field. Wearing traditional masks and theatrical outfits, they gathered together to share a brief moment of cultural exchange and group entertainment. This unusual 1967 archival image captures a young American individual exploring the tropical environment. He holds up an incredibly large jungle centipede, demonstrating the unique and intense wildlife found within the deep forests. This snapshot highlights the remarkable encounters recorded during that historical era. This signed historical photograph from 1978 captures First Lady Rosalind Carter during a civic event. She stands alongside a local community organizer at a public gathering. Featuring an official signature at the bottom, this image serves as a unique archival document of historical political interactions and public relations. This powerful photograph reveals the remaining interior of a kindergarten classroom in Chernobyl following the historical events of 1986. Inside the abandoned structure, old chairs, peeling paint, and a vintage toy rest in place. This silent location stands as a poignant historical monument to a sudden moment when time completely stopped. This incredible colored archive image documents passengers boarding a massive British airship for its final historic flight. Docked securely to a towering mooring mast, this incredible machine represents the peak of aviation design from the early 20th century. It captures a grand moment just before this specific form of luxury travel changed forever. This incredible macro photography by John Oliver Doom offers a detailed look at the natural world. Capturing the intense facial structure of a wolf spider, every single hair and lens-like eye is clearly visible. This high-definition technique showcases the stunning complexity found within everyday creatures and small ecosystems. This fascinating photograph reveals ancient underground tunnels carved thousands of years ago. Known as paleoburrows, these massive structures were excavated by prehistoric giant sloths. Exploring deep inside these formations, researchers observe clear markings on the walls, documenting incredible examples of ancient animal architecture. This museum photograph reveals a pair of vintage polka dot shoes used for a theatrical clown character named Pogo. Displayed behind glass as historical artifacts, these items represent part of a performance costume from the late 19th century. It remains an analyzed archival object studying theatrical history and public imagery. This striking archival photograph shows 2 facility guards posing next to Ed Kemper inside a hallway. Standing at an incredible height of over 2 meters and weighing 136 kilograms, his massive physical stature completely dominates the entire frame. This archive photograph captures Edmund Kemper smiling inside a vehicle during his arrest. An officer works directly with the handcuffs, struggling slightly to unlock them due to the size. This candid close-up documents the exact moment of custody and interactions with law enforcement officials. This formal courtroom sketch by artist Mona Edwards captures Richard Ramirez in his 1985 trial. Painted in distinct blue colors, it records his profile inside the courtroom. The artist later described the intense experience of observing his gaze directly during the creation of this archival piece. This archival photograph documents a police lineup from the 1970s involving Ted Bundy. Standing with 7 other men against a measured wall, he is positioned second from the right. This specific frame captures a critical investigative moment during the identification process by law enforcement officials. This archival photograph captures members of the Manson family gathering at the Spawn Ranch. Sitting on bales of hay and the ground, they are seen outside the property with horses visible in the background. This frame documents their daily life and living conditions at the location during that historical era. This archival photograph displays various items discovered inside Ted Bundy's Volkswagen car in Utah during the 1970 period. The collected evidence includes a ski mask, rope, handcuffs, trash bags, a flashlight, and a crowbar laid out on a flat surface. This image documents the specific physical evidence cataloged by investigators. This historical photograph from October 14, 1994 shows Tran Minh An inside the Peace Village at Tu Du Obstetrics and Gynecology Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Affected by Agent Orange, the patient is captured sitting at a table and drawing on paper during medical care. This close-up photograph documents a biological survival behavior found in nature. When temperatures drop, thousands of harvestmen, commonly known as daddy legs, cluster tightly together on a stone surface. This collective behavior allows the arachnids to retain moisture and generate warmth to survive cold conditions. This starking photograph shows a Berigama aurea, commonly known as the golden huntsman spider. Resting directly on a human hand, this specific creature represents the largest species of huntsman spider found in Australia. The image provides a clear scale comparison showcasing its massive leg span and physical size. This security camera frame from June 12, 2009 captures a man checking in to an Irish hotel under the name Peter Bergman. Over the next 3 days, he left the building 13 times to dispose of personal items. His body was discovered on a nearby beach on June 16th, revealing that the identity used never existed. This split image shows Joshua Maddox, whose remains were discovered inside a wooden cabin's chimney in Colorado. 7 years after he disappeared, workers found him positioned inside the narrow space. Following a thorough investigation, law enforcement officials concluded that the tragic event was an accident. This vintage photograph documents an annual private gathering inside California's redwood forest, known as the Bohemian Grove. Every year, influential individuals, including former presidents, assemble at this location. A key part of their tradition involves a formal ceremony conducted directly in front of a massive stone owl statue. This split image captures 20-year-old Lauren Spearer before her disappearance in 2011 near Indiana University. After a night out where she lost her phone and shoes, she visited several apartments in the campus area. She later sent a text message and walked away alone before dawn, never to be seen again. This historical photograph from October 1954 documents a De Beers mine worker undergoing an X-ray examination in Kimberley, South Africa. Performed at the end of a shift before leaving the diamond facility, an official analyzes the chest area screen. This frame captures the mandatory security and screening procedures at the site. This prominent archival photograph captures Princess Diana, bodyguard Trevor Rees-Jones, and driver Henri Paul inside a vehicle. Taken by photographers through the front windshield, it shows the occupants reacting to the outside camera flashes. This specific frame documents the final recorded moment just before their tragic car crash. This historical photograph from September 11, 2001 documents survivors from the 87th floor of the World Trade Center's North Tower. Covered entirely in debris and ash, two women walk through the dust-filled streets of New York City following the collapse of the South Tower. This frame captures the immediate aftermath of the event. This stark historical photograph from December 18, 1942 captures a Japanese soldier wading into the sea off Cape Ndiaidere, New Guinea. An Australian soldier stands on the beach observing the individual in the water who holds a grenade. This archival frame documents an intense and tragic battlefield interaction during World War II. These historical images offer a powerful look into the reality of our past. If you found these archival frames meaningful, please leave a comment with your thoughts below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more history.